You can have your fat loss derailed by just a few unprepared moments. Often you're planning to eat well, then something gets in the way. You could be out and about and being unprepared for a meal. It can be getting caught off guard. It can be takeaway reliance. It can be convenient eating. It can be looking at a huge menu and not knowing which one to do and feeling overwhelmed. Should I have beef or chicken? Should it be this or that? And then you end up making some impulsive decision because screw it, because the weight is staring down your neck and you don't know what to do because you're panicked. These things happen. The thing about it is, it doesn't even feel like a hardcore break in terms of, it's not like the hunger overwhelmed me and got me. It wasn't I just gave into that one craving I was waiting to get through the whole week. It was just a moment of being unplanned. It was a moment of just being busy, just not ready for some solution that came up. Often it's not even some big hunger failure thing where you really gave in to all your hunger or some craving you've had all week. It was just being underprepared in a unique situation that, hey, you weren't ready for. Good thing is, with these impulsive things, we can be aware of what to solve. What you should do instead is plan your lunch before breakfast and plan your dinner before lunch. I use the analogy there where if you are planning the meal half an hour before it's happened, you're going to be a lot more at the whim of whatever cravings and hunger level you have versus something planned hours ago before even the meal before that, which is going to be based a lot larger around, the conditions of life. At that stage, if you're going to be out and about, but also does it line up with my overall fat loss goals? Even better, you can start to plan these things out in the week ahead, sometimes even a few weeks ahead. For example, with my coaching, I sometimes like to have people go in fat loss blocks. For example, you have a couple of weeks where you're trying to lose body fat and some time to maintain. You might pair the maintenance periods with times in your life when things are really busy, lots of social settings. It's Christmas, it's Easter, it's whatever the relevant event is for you. You can do that on a meta wider sense with weeks and months. But even within the week, you'll be able to know, okay, Thursday is the one day I've got to travel for work and it's going to be 8 hours. I know I'm going to be subject to airport food. It could be a situation of it's the one day I've got to watch my kids' gymnastics for 6 hours and it's between lunch and dinner and I'm going to be snacky. All these things you can now be prepared for. Next, and this is a really handy one, is to create defaults. You can have different ones for if you're at home. It could be the meal that you know you like. It can be for that convenient style eating or takeaway reliance when you're on the way home. It's knowing that the grilled is on the way home towards my house. I'm going to get a grilled burger because I know it's 400 calories and whatever protein kind of thing. That way, you've got a solution you can go to that is trackable within your framework and gives you a level of control, but still lines up with the convenience factor. When you start to have those default meals, particularly the out and about ones, a few things can happen. I think a lot of us can relate to this. You're deciding upon a couple of different things on a menu, and you might go for the more luxurious, calorically dense thing, and often it'll turn out shit. And there's now a situation of like, wow, I've cashed in a bunch of crap calories on things that didn't even taste good. I could have went for the safe, reliable option instead. And that will be the thing to really come down to. With the defaults, you want to be safe and reliable and a good system that you actually enjoy. So by safe, we're referring to it's going to be open the times of the day you're going through there. Reliable is always cooked in a similar way, or you'll like it no matter the cravings or stage in your life you're in, and you can have it over and over. Next, as we semi-alluded to before, it's just convenience planning. If there's long blocks where you're going to be bored, map out which food places are closed. Map out which food things you might want to get from there, or pre-prepared meals. I make it sound simple, but there is a thing, and this is again great for the whole food noise, impulsive eating thing, is just a little bit of forethought. It could be something I do on the weekends for my clients for the next future week, but it only takes a couple minutes, is just looking at where the gaps are at, filling in the gaps, and it becomes that simple. And suddenly the one thing that derails you is actually just an easy solve. As simple as I may have made it sound, the thing is, hungry, tired, and confused brains make emotional decisions, but we don't need to. You might not nail your backup meal straight away. That's okay. It might take just a little bit of time to realize that's a good food spot. This food has got XYZ calories that I need a photo log into AI to figure out. It might take some time knowing that if I keep this food in the carb Tupperware and I have it, it's fine to have and I enjoy it. I didn't like that one. I get it. But when you start to at least be aware of these systems and have plans for the backups, it just means you're not constantly in that weekly, over and over, impulsive, stressed, hungry, decision-making state, which could be nearly 52 weeks of the year for some people. Again, I don't recommend dieting all year, but I know a lot of people do. So A, stop that. But B, go towards actually having solutions for these hard times, and you won't need to diet the whole year as well. So, what to do? Build the database for all the foods you like. Know what they are. Plan for the situations where they can be compromised. Suddenly, fat loss easy, goals done. See you when you're shredded.